Hey guys, it's ExandShadow, and welcome back to Let's Play Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. Last time, we got back from Key Hall Key, and in this part, well, first we're gonna talk to Luigi. It was pretty nutty, bro. Want to hear what happened? It's a pretty long story. Okay, so, let's see where Luigi went. He's Jazzafraz Town. Well, like I said, it's a really long story, but here goes. As soon as we hit Jazzafraz Town, we were overcome by the glitz and glamour. It's a very lively place, bro. Tons of daisies live there, and they're always smiling. While looking for the piece of the compass, I met a daisy named Hazy. Hazy was a producer, and he was looking for actors to go on stage with him. I told him we couldn't, since we were looking for the compass part, you know. But Hazy said we could win the compass part in the upcoming drama slam. He was, something. Well, we had to give it a try, so we rehearsed with the cast and hit the stage. Our musical was called The Mystery of the Fiery Hat of Social Awareness. The script was great, but I got really hosed, bro. My part, was grass. I played grass by the side of the road. Grass, bro, grass. I was just sprawled out on the ground and had to be silent. Everyone else but me had lines. Okay, Luigi, as someone who's been in theater for a really long time, everybody knows that the ensemble is the glue that keeps the entire cast together. I mean, I've had tons of shitty parts, and I didn't care, because you're supposed to just spend the entire time having fun, with your friends and doing stuff. Besides, being grass would probably be the easiest role ever. All you have to do is sit there. You could just doze off during rehearsals and do whatever you want, while everybody else has to spend time memorizing lines and shit like that. You got it off easy, Luigi. And you got fans anyway, so why do you even care? So anyway, yeah, I came back to Rogueport, and here I am, another leg of my adventure completed. So yeah, that's what Luigi's been up to. As much as I would want them to make a Luigi in the Marvelous Compass game, I don't know how they do a lot of this stuff, because he's got pretty much had two minigame chapters in a row. Like, Chapter 3 was sort of a minigame chapter where we're not really doing what we normally do in a chapter, but Luigi got two of those in a row, with the kart racing chapter and the acting chapter, so I don't know how they do that, but it would be awesome if they did. Maybe they could do a Paper Mario 64 ROM hack to do stuff like that. I don't know. So anyway, if you go over here using the boat power-up, you can find this HP drain in whoever lives over here. I think there's a Trouble Center trouble that occurs over here too, but it's been a while since I've gone for any of those, so I'm not entirely certain. But anyway, now that we have Bobbery and the boat power-up, we can see almost everything in the Rogueport hub. There's only a few things that are left that are sort of inaccessible at this point. But after Chapter 6, we'll be able to pretty much go anywhere we want to in the game, which is pretty great because, you know, we can finally unlock all of the secret stuff, find all of the, what's-its-face, shine sprites, upgrade our party. Here's just another email. The RDM. I don't usually, I'm gonna show the RDM stuff just in case you want to read it, but the really only important thing that RDM will show you is when there's a sale going on in other, cities, and I'm not really one to go for those because, you know, it's just sort of a waste of time, and since I don't buy items regularly anyway, I just sort of don't see the point in going for the sales. I mean, I guess if you buy a lot of items, I could recommend going for it, but usually I just sort of skip it. And besides, it's not even really a sale, it's just sort of double shop points. And since, the shop points really only matter once you get really high up, so I usually just ignore them. But anyway, we got a lot of shine sprites, so why don't we go upgrade our characters a little bit first? Why don't we? That seems like a pretty good idea, right? Oh, wait, Merlin, what are you doing? We'll talk to him later. First things first, well, shit. We're gonna want to get some stuff done, first of all. You see here, you can go in this crack here. I said this earlier. This is how we got to Robo, if you remember. But if you also remember, there's a ship thing there. And we're gonna want to go there, so let's get to that. Yeah, the ship panels, I guess, allow us to pretty much explore almost everything. There are only a certain few places that we can't go to anymore, and that's going to be taken care of in Chapter 6 and immediately afterwards, so don't worry about that. Here's the double dip badge, a returning badge from Paper Mario 1, though we get it a lot later in this game than we did in that game. Basically what it does is, I'm not sure if you have to pay or not. I'm a little bit fuzzy on that. But you are allowed to use 2 items in 1 turn. I'm pretty sure you have to pay, though. But if you're not using your money for anything, I'm sure it could be useful. I mean, I guess I can think of some instances where it might be useful, like if you and your partner are both on the ropes and you need to heal both of them up real quick, I guess. But I don't use enough items for that to be really useful, and I can imagine it's going through your cash pretty quickly too. So, yeah, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. However, if you are going to go for the double dip badge, I would recommend going to level 50 of the Pit of 100 Trials, because there you'll get the Strange Sack, which doubles your inventory space. I'm pretty sure I covered this before. Yeah, that's the only reason why I would go down to the Pit of 100 Trials before the end of the game. You're not going to beat what's at the bottom of the Pit of 100 Trials before you beat the game. But anyway, let's see what this is. Hee, you've come quite a ways. This is Chet Ripple's Adjustment House. If you think you want to change your abilities to your partner's ranks, then I can adjust those things for the low price of 39 coins. So, who needs some adjusting? Well, come again. You don't want to go to Chet Rippo. Basically what he does is, let's just say you choose to adjust to make it so that you have more flower points. You'll have tons of flower points, but your badge points and heart points will go down a lot. And the only way I could think about it is if you sort of unbalanced, you sort of made it so that you're like an all HP character, and you realized all HP kinda sucks, so you want to become an all badge point character. It's really not a good idea. I can barely think of any situations where you'd want to use Chet Rippo, because there's no way to change it so that you're back to being balanced again. So I don't recommend it. At least it's cheaper than it was in Paper Mario 1. In Paper Mario 1, it was like 64 coins, which is ridiculous. Anyway, now that we've beaten Chapter 5, the enemies in the Toadtown tunnels, I'm thinking of the first game. The enemies in the Rogueport sewers are harder than they were before. Instead, you'll still run into the occasional Goomba or Spinia, but now Bowser's troops are going to be wandering around here for no really adequately explained reason. I guess Bowser's just tired of nothing happening, so he's sending out his troops to look for more Crystal Star stuffs. Wow, I can't believe I said Crystal Shard. I'm thinking Kirby 64 flashbacks. Anyway, Koopa Trolls, since I've got the Spike Shield badge on, are really no big deal. You can just jump on them to flip them over, and then they're pretty much like any other Koopa. If you don't have the Spike Shield badge, they become significantly harder because you gotta deal with their high attack power and their high defense. So, if you want an easy way to deal with them, just put the Spike Shield badge on. Hammer Brothers we faced before. I don't remember exactly when we... Oh yeah, we faced them in the Glitz Pit. But now they're wandering around on their own, so, keep your eye out for them. They're pretty much exactly the same as they were in the Glitz Pit, so you don't really need to worry about them too much. Remember that X on the floor for later. We'll be able to do something with that after Chapter 6. So yeah, I took care of that guy off screen. But now that we've got the ship power-up, we can actually find a whole bunch of shine sprites. So I'm going to be leading you to that hidden room right about now. Remember that boat panel we saw when we last came down here? We can use that now, so that's pretty good. I can't believe I dodged the PlayStation attack there. Anyway, now that here's a Magic Koopa, another one of Bowser's troops that we'll be seeing down here. I'm pretty sure it's just Magic Koopas, Hammer Brothers, and Koopa Trolls. The enemies that you saw in Chapter 8 of Paper Mario 1. They're a little bit weaker because, again, we're facing them a little bit earlier in the game, so I'd expect that. But they're really not that big of a deal. Their HP is pretty low, so you can take them out relatively quickly. That's pretty much what you want to do, sort of a hit hard and hit fast sort of deal. Because if they manage to attack you, they can do a lot of damage. They give a lot of star points though, which is really nice. If you're behind on levels, which I kind of am, I'm a little bit under level just because I'm skipping more fights than I should do, just to keep the pace going. If you're up under level, this is a great place to catch up, I should say, because the enemies really aren't that hard, and you can take them out relatively quickly. I never recommend grinding. Grinding is just the wrong idea. Huh. There's that room, but we can't really take care of that at the moment. So yeah, do. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. I don't know the rest of the words to the song. Oh, look at all those spikias, whatever they're called. We can get 2 out of the 3 shine sprites at this point. We can't get that shine sprite that's slightly higher right now. We're gonna have to wait until after chapter 6 to get that one, but I'll be coming back there later when I do. I just figured you might want to get the 2 shine sprites there right about now because you might be 2 off or something to get somebody upgraded. Here we've got, I don't remember its name, but it's pretty much a super Spinia. It's really not that hard. I mean, look at how much defense it has. It's got more than 2. It's a Spunia, sorry. Its defense is pretty high, so that's it. It's got a really high attack power, 7, but thankfully its HP is so low that it's not really too big of a deal. I'm just gonna use my... Do I use my Thunder Rage? Yeah. No, I don't. I use Earth Tremor, that's it. Earth Tremor! It's been a while. Earth Tremor, I'm pretty sure I forgot to say this, but Earth Tremor does get a little bit less useful in the later stages of the game. That's mostly just because we're getting to the point where most enemies have more than 6 HP, so... However, if you do manage to weaken a whole bunch of enemies, Earth Tremor is a great way to take a whole bunch of them out at once. Like, if you, let's say you've got 5 enemies and you've weakened 3 of them, Earth Tremor is a good way to take out those 3 weakened enemies and also weaken the 2 enemies that are left. Also, because we've got a lot more start points... No, that's not it either. Well, now that we've got a larger special bar, I should say, it's a lot easier to take out the... you can use Earth Tremor a lot more. I'm really bad at talking today. Earth Tremor's just got more uses. So in the case that it's a little bit less effective with 1 use, but since you can use it almost every turn, well, not almost every turn, you could use it more than once per battle without risking a lot. It's still pretty useful, I guess I should say. That's Mrs. Mouse's ability. If there's any sort of collectible, a badge or a shine sprite near us, she'll sort of go off, I guess I should say. This was a badge. Actually, I don't think there was a badge kind of like that in Paper Mario 1, but Miss Mouse is a little bit more useful. Again, since she's an optional party member, her out-of-party attack... Not attack, but her out-of-battle move is a little bit more useless. I mean, if it was something a little bit more useful, I think it might be better, like if it says, there's a badge in here, sweetie, or there's a shine sprite in this room, or there's a star piece in this room. I think it would be a little bit better, but no real loss. Oh yeah, I cut past the 2 empty rooms, just because nobody needs to see that, really. But yeah, let's go down the hole. And, yeah, I guess we should probably drop that crystal star off by the 1,000-year door, since we're in the general area. Here we are again. About now that the face is done loading, there we go. You know, I never really noticed the loading times in Paper Mario, the 1,000-year door, until after I recorded it. I don't know why. I guess it's when I'm watching it, it's a little bit more obvious to tell, oh, they're loading here when the screen fades to black and nothing's happening. I guess I've just never really noticed, because the GameCube's usually been pretty good about having games without terrible load times. Unlike some other consoles I could mention, but will not, because I don't actually really have that much first-hand experience with them. I'm babbling. Anyway, let's see where our next crystal star shall be. The Pantheon? No, I'm not sure that the Pantheon's the right word, but that looks a lot like one of those buildings from Greece. Don't remember the name exactly. Or maybe Kid Icarus is just getting to me. I've been playing a lot of that lately. Pretty good game. I like it a lot. Cool. Let's cruise back and check in with the prof.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody calls them prof. It's professor. Stupid Yoshi. guy. Great news, my friends! The next crystal star is in Poshley Heights! Oh man, aren't there oodles of rich and famous? How do you know about that? You're an infant! No fearsome monsters or dangerous dungeons either. It's just a tourist attraction. Get to the point, Prof. What do we need to get to stop Snobville anyway? That's the best part. You ride the most famous train of all, the Excess Express. Yes, after a luxurious stream engine excursion, the next crystal star will be yours. Getting those crystal stars have been backbreaking work, but this time it will be a cinch. Hey, I heard you had to be the Royal Rich or Famous to get on a ticket for that train. How do you know this? You are an infant. Are you crazy? I heard stories about that guy, and he sounds like a loon. Man, well, whatever, I guess. If we got it, we got it, right? Let's do this, Gonzalez. Excellent. Then what's that? We might not have much time left, so you must hurry. I'll gather all the information I can. You guys just handle your end of things. Huh. So I guess we're gonna have to take a train, huh? Something tells me that Selfie would really like Chapter 6. But anyway, next time on Let's Play Paper Mario the 1000-Year Door, we're gonna go see that good fella again. I'm ExandShadow, and I'll see you guys later.